Good day, everyone. Today we will be presenting our proposed network upgrade for Sidechain Technologies Sdn Bhd, focusing on the new branch expansion in Putrajaya. So this project is prepared for TS City Value in the Abdulaziz. So before we start, let me give a little bit of information about us. So our team consists of three members, and all of us have our own roles. So start with Irfan Rashdan as our network architect, where he oversees planning, modeling, tools selection, and network security. Next, we have Muhammad Nikan as our network designer, where he ensures the design complies with standards and is tested for reliability. And the last one, me, Muhammad Zulizni, as the project manager, where I manage budgeting, planning, and ensures overall quality and compliance. We are the Blue Corp Solutions, a tech company based in Shah Alam. Since 2024, we've been delivering reliable IT infrastructure solution to SMEs across Malaysia. So with a skilled team, we specialize in network design, security, and system scalability that align with our clients' digital transformation goals. So moving on to the client background. So our client, Citron Technologies Sdn Bhd, is a Malaysian tech company founded in 2004 and headquartered in Bukit Matajam, Penang. So they specialize in creating and distributing electronics like microcontrollers and robotics kits for engineers, educators, and students. So with more than 300 employees and growing, they've expanded to KL and Johor Bahru and now are planning a new branch in Putrajaya. So the new Putrajaya branch will serve as a strategic central hub with a capacity for 250 employees across various departments, including sales, R&D, logistics, and support. It will feature multi-floor infrastructure with high-speed networking, wireless coverage, managed switches, freelance, software-defined wide area network, and secure connectivity to Penang HQ and other branches. The objectives of expansions include strengthening the Strike Center presence, closer access to government agencies and research bodies, localized customer support, acting as an R&D and prototyping center, enhancing business redundancy and disaster recovery, and lastly, attracting top tech talent from nearby universities. Moving on to client requirements, what they needs, hardware requirements. Every department in the building will have different hardware devices installed to guarantee efficient operation in the building on a day-to-day basis. Which includes end user equipment, communication equipment, security equipment, and lastly, network basic infrastructure. Let's now go through the hardware requirements for the Putrajaya branch. To support up to 250 employees across the departments, the following hardware will be deployed. 250 desktop PCs or laptops with monitors as employee workstations, 6 units of 48 port power of Ethernet plus managed switches to ensure high speed connectivity and power delivery for network devices. Next, we have two layered three core switches will act as the backbone for routing and traffic distributions. Enterprise UTM firewall will be used for advanced threat protections and VPN access. And then nine Wi-Fi 6 access points will ensure reliable and fast wireless coverage throughout the building. And then two Rackmon virtualizations servers will be used to run local servers and applications. And lastly, one NAS slash SAN network storage unit will provide centralized high availability data storage. So continue, we have two uninterruptible power supply to keep the core infrastructures running during outages, and then a backup appliance which ensures data safety and disaster recovery. Two server network racks will house all switches, switching, firewall, and server equipment. And then for office operations, we will deploy five network printer scanners, 250 IP desk phones for voice over internet protocol communication, and five meeting room displays for collaborations. Finally, five laptops with toolkits are reserved for IT support and maintenance. So here are the main points about our hardware setup. The hardware is designed to support 250 employees with focus on scalability, performance, and security. Each department will get desktop uh, or laptop workstations with monitors to ensure smooth daily work. We use managed power over Internet plus switches and layer 3 core switches for fast and reliable network connections. A UTM firewall is added to protect the network from cyber threats. For wireless access, we use Wi-Fi 6 access points to keep a strong and stable connections across the office. We also have servers for internal systems and central storage to keep data organized and easy to access. And finally, a backup devices is included to protect important data and help with disaster.
So next will be the software requirement. Software solutions selected are made to cater the needs of various different departments, such as R&D, customer service, and the inventory. So particular attention is provided towards making the system more secure, productive, centrally managed, and having smooth interaction between all company branches. Next, we have the list of software that the company will be used for their daily, day-to-day basis needs. So it is split by categories. We have operating systems, productivity suite, server OS, virtualization, endpoint protection, firewall software, web tools, and there's more. Uh, the operating system is used for workstations. The productivity is email, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Teams. The server OS is used for internal system. The virtualization is mainly used for hosting virtual machines. The endpoint protection are antivirus and endpoint security. The firewall software will be using unified threat management. The web tools will be for web content updates and traffic monitoring. And next, we have network monitoring, backup and recovery, inventory management, customer support, collaboration tools, design and development, and database management. So the network monitoring is mainly for monitoring bandwidth, devices, and their uptime. The backup recovery is used to that for data backup and disaster recovery. Inventory management are used to track and manage stock, warehouse operation. Customer support are for managing customer service tickets and support. Collab tools are for internal communication and team collaboration. And design and development are mainly for electronics design and development. And finally, database management, which is to host internal database. So the main key points on why we chose those software, the choices of the software are determined by the nature of the work processes and scalability targets the company has, as well as the necessity of secure and collaborative working scenarios. So the OS that we selected is Windows OS, such as Windows 10, 11 Pro, and Linux OS, such as Ubuntu. For the productivity suite, we chose Microsoft 365 that includes email, cloud storage, collaboration software that is picked for the best cross-branch communication. So for the server operating system and virtualization is used to operate a centralized IT aspect and effective use of resource. Security software that we chosen is to guarantee the safety of endpoint devices as well as network infrastructure. Finally, the backup and monitoring plays a very critical role in business continuity and performance monitoring. Next will be the business requisites. So the main business goal for this project, we have four of them. So one of it is a strategic expansion, supports long-term vision for nationwide presence and advanced digitalizations. Expansions, in this case, helps headquarters in Penang, which is a key supplier of embedded system and robotic hardware. And it can also enhance the service in central Malaysia with fast logistic, local technical support, and R&D expansion. Next, for the network infrastructure. So we can, by doing this project, we can have a secure, scalable, and high performance network for seamless operation, centralized monitoring, and data flow optimization across all branches, real-time data access, redundancy, and high bandwidth connectivity for R&D, logistics, tech support, and administration. And for the long-term benefit, it can empower workforce with fast, stable, and secure digital tools. So it has also enhances the organizational agility to adapt to growth and market changes, supports global competitiveness, and sustain innovation in tech solutions. And finally, for the digital transformation goal. So it can modernize e-commerce backend and inventory optimization, smart office integration such as VoIP, video conferencing, and automation control. And finally, cloud-ready infrastructure for future hybrid or full cloud migration for scalability and disaster recovery. Next, we have the budget overview. So the total budget that we are allocated for this network upgrade is around 860,000 ringgit, which covers hardware, software installation, training, and contingency. This will support around 250 employees with a secure, scalable, and high-performance network. So for hardware, we have around 540,000 ringgit, mainly for workstations, peripherals, the networking, data infrastructures, power and racks, and finally the meeting tools. And next, we have the software licensing, which costs around 140,000 ringgit. We have OSN productivity, the license for Windows 10, Windows Server 22, and Microsoft 365. We need virtualization, security endpoints, backup and monitoring, and finally, tools for department specifics. And finally, we have the other things that is also important into the budget, which is installation in implementation, which includes structured cabling, server setup, AP mounting, rack assembly, and also testing. And then we have the training for staff, system training or first year technical support. And finally, we have contingency plans, so covers price fluctuation, unexpected technical needs, or emergency replacements. For technical and operational constraints, for technical, we have bandwidth and WAN connectivity, hardware and infrastructure compatibility, and power reliability. All those constraints are very important to keep in mind. And we have operational constraints, which is minimizing business disruption, IT staff and training, software licensing, and all updates. Now, moving on for the project's actual objectives. So, we want to deploy a stable, secure, and scalable IT infrastructure that can support up to 250 users and up to 425 total users, and implement structured cabling, managed switch, and a core switch for high speed performance. We want to also enhance enterprise communication and security by integrating enterprise firewalls and secure VPN for safe inter-branching collaboration, implement VLAN segmentation for traffic optimization and security. For the third objective, we want to centralize data management and ensure data reliability through deploying virtual servers and shared storage for streamlined hosting or file management. This can help with easy administration and reduce the amount of downtime and faster disaster recovery. Backup systems and network monitoring also can act as proactive issue detection. For the fourth one, we want to enable seamless wireless connectivity by installing enterprise-grade Wi-Fi 6 access points for strong and reliable coverage and future-proofing for emerging technologies. And the last one, we want to make a centralized IT management for performance monitoring, access control, and operational efficiency.
So next we'll be look into the network requirement. Firstly, we'll look into network topology. As you can see, the core router connects the internal network to the internet. The firewall ensures traffic filtering, protecting the internal system from external threats. And the two distribution switches form the backbone for the access switches and the server infrastructure, which provides redundancy and efficient traffic routing between floors and departments. And it is connected to a server distribution switch, which helps aggregate the server traffic. The server room houses critical servers such as Active Directory, file server, application server, backup server, and network monitoring server. All the servers are connected via dedicated distribution server for optimized performance, and each of the floor has a dedicated access switch connecting departments and end user devices. And next, we'll look to the network topology significance. Firstly, the hierarchical architecture ensures high performance and traffic efficiency. It prevents network congestion between departments. Next is resilient and high availability design, which is the access layer switches linked to a redundant distribution layer. Centralized server rack ensures uninterrupted access to critical services and minimize downtime for research department sales and customer support. And next, we'll the enhanced security measures, centralized firewall to block external threats, inter-department segmentation such as VLAN to contain breaches and protect sensitive data. Lastly, scalability for future growth, supports easy expansion for users, devices, and departments. Minimal reconfiguration needed for future upgrades, and lastly, adapts to Triton's evolving operational and technological needs. Next, we'll look to the logical network diagram. As you can see, it is separated by three layers. The first layer, which is the core layer, is the topmost part of the network. It serves as the main gateway to the external networks, including the internet. Second, we'll look to the distribution layer, which connects the core layer to the access layer, functioning as a control boundary for the traffic flow and routing. And lastly, the access layer, which is responsible for directly connecting users, devices, and department resources. So next we'll look into the physical network. So if we look to the first floor. The first floor contains the Department of Research and Development, Customer Support, and Inventory Management. It is also where the server room is located as well. And for the second floor, there is the Finance Department, Human Resource Department, and Sales Department. This is also where the meeting room is located, and the projector is connected to the network via wireless connection to the wireless access point. And lastly, we have the third floor where contains the administration department and also the executive management department. Next, we'll be looking to the internet-working devices. So let's pick an example for the core layer. We'll be using Cisco Catalyst 9500 to act as a backbone for the inter-VLAN routing and high-speed connectivity. And moving on to so so all of the devices brings a total sum of 300 305,700 ringgit. Next will be Next we'll be looking into the LAN technologies that are being used in such network. First is high performance LAN for 425 users, which supports communication, file sharing, and centralized resources. Next is switching architectures, which is a tier three tier model. For the core layer, the layer 3 switch helps for uh, backbone routing. The distribution layer, Cisco Catalyst 9500, helps for VLAN redundancy. And lastly, the access layer, which helps provide device connectivity. Next, the wireless LAN. For the wireless LAN, the technology that is being used is Wi-Fi 6 via Cisco Catalyst 9100 access points. And next, for the redundancy and uptime, link aggregation and control point for link aggregation and spanning tree protocol to avoid loops, dual uplinks for power backups. And for Ethernet cabling, um, gigabit Ethernet is provided for the users via Cat6. And for VLANs, the segmentation is separate into four VLANs. VLAN 10 is for management, VLAN 20 is for sales, VLAN 30 is for resource and development, and lastly, VLAN 40 is for guests. And for monitoring and optimization, the tools that being used is Cisco DNA Center, SolarWinds NPM, and that's it. Next, we'll be looking into the remote access technologies that is being adapted into the network. We have 250 staff using the diverse tools such as Microsoft 360, VMware, and IP phones. Secure remote access supports hybrid work, inter-branch collaboration, and mobile operations across resource and development cells and tech support teams. The proposed solution that we've provided to the company is Cisco AnyConnect SSL VPN, secure encrypted VPN via HTTPS port 443, Cisco Firepower Firewall to provide hardware backbone for VPN, Active Directory integration centralize the authentication, and Cisco Duo ensures user identity even if credentials are leaked. And role-based access control restricts access by job role, and endpoint compliance devices check for antivirus OS updates before access. And central monitoring via Cisco FMC handles real-time sessions, policies, and logs. The benefits that is provided by these proposed solutions are safe remote access to internal apps and databases, enables hybrid work without compromising network control, scalable for future growth via licensing model, reduces downtime risk during travel or outage, central IT monitoring across branches. Next, we'll be looking into one internet service provider technologies. The primary ISP that we selected for this specific branch is Time.com Business Fiber, which can provide up to 1 gigabyte per second bandwidth and is a fiber to premise type uh, plan. Next, the one internet service providers technologies. The technologies that is implemented into the ISP, which is FTTP, which provide high speed symmetric fiber for cloud and voice internet and conferencing. Static IPs for SSL VPN, site-to-site IPs security and hosted services. And for the benefits that provides to Crichton, which is redundancy and uptime, reliable internet with automatic failover, secure VPN communication, encrypted inter-branch traffic, optimized application performance, quality of service improves, users improve experience, future proof, ready for when uh, migration and expansion, centralized and monitoring via Cisco FMC for real time insights. Next, we'll be looking into the network security to protect Crichton Technologies' intellectual property, internal system, and customer data from modern cyber threats, ensuring confidentiality, integrity, availability, and compliance. The key security goals are to ensure CIA, which is the three above that I just mentioned, and prevent data breaches, malware, phishing, and DOS, enable secure remote access and branch-to-branch VPN, enforce regulatory compliance and additional measures, routine software patching, enforce AUP for uh, blue screen of death, regular backups, disaster recovery tests, and cybersecurity awareness training for staff. So the core security implementation that is implemented into the network is next gen firewall via Cisco firewall, stateful inspection, ACL fine grained access control between admin, HR, guest voice VLANs, uh, authentication device support port access security with radius authentication, Cisco Duo Secure Authenticate Remote Access with IP security for site-to-site, anti-malware and endpoint protection, centralized EDR via Cisco AMP or Microsoft Defender, um, WPA3 Wi-Fi and captive portal secure SSID separation and rogue IP detection.
So, in conclusion, the use of network infrastructure implemented in the Putrajaya branch of Citron Technologies created a new digital environment ideally suited for the long-term vision of the company. These high performance but scalable solutions provides a hierarchical topology, centralized servers, a safe VLAN segmentation, which will provide reliable connectivity across departments as well as branches with 250 users and also expandable to 435. The system ensures enhanced business processes and goes with high speed, secure access to resources by adding components such as firewalls, switches, routers, and access points. This future proof foundation effectively boosts the efficiency of operations, customer experience, and support future digital initiatives such as enabling automation and cloud integration. This will make Citron well poised to progress beyond technological advancement. That is all from us. Thank you.